but also tell us a bit about what, because you're right at the forefront of this revolution, what it means for what government should do in terms of its digital infrastructure, digital ID, data centers, and so on.
How do you take advantage of these incredible AI models? And the first thing a country needs to do is to unify all of their data so it can be consumed and used by the AI model. You have to take all of your healthcare data, your diagnostic data, your electronic health records, your genomic data. And in the Middle East...
We are so cooked, man. Oh, jeez.
In the UAE, for example, they're incredibly rich in data. They have a lot of population.
Can I do out?
The NHS in the UK has an
These are the guys pushing digital ID. I would have never guessed. Somebody in chat saying that this is the kind of guy that's pushing for digital ID. Can you believe that?
Data. But it's fragmented. It's not easily accessible by these AI models. We have to take all of this data we have in our country and move it into a single, if you will, unified...
Somebody says people will not let this happen. Okay. I mean, listen, we've got ourselves a revolutionary in chat. In my opinion, I think that the public will accept digital ID.
With your fancy words.
Right now, I think that and also if they won't accept it right now, after a string of terror attacks or a string, like, I mean, Patriot Act, like, really, easily could happen again. Easily, so easily. Yeah, look at COVID. All you have to do is make people scared.
Time to clear the sector?
And then they'll do whatever you want.
Data platform. So we provide context.
Research rate upgrade complete.
We've provided that AI model with all the data they need to understand our country. So that's the big.
So you have an AI government. I like that. Sounds good. Aren't they doing that somewhere? I forgot the country they're doing that in.
That's going to be the missing link. We need to unify all the national data, put it into a database.
You don't have to tell us twice.
Albania, there it is.
By the AI model, and then ask whatever question you like.
So you're really, through the use of this, you're revolutionizing the way government works, right? The services it provides, the way that it operates. What about things like financial management, procurement? How can AI help a government operate more efficiently, more effectively, give a more direct and better service to the citizen?
Well, we have these modern financial systems. So, countries can, and all. For example, the AI system will help you do that. But again, the secret.
Do you see this happening in the U.S. without any political pushback? I think that there will be a large political pushback, but I think if they mandate something like this after a tragedy, I think that the public will accept it on a general level. I think that you vastly underestimate the amount of normies there are and people that have no real concern of their privacy. And I think also it's very... I mean, think about all of the rights and opportunities and things that people gave up during COVID. Think about how dystopian COVID was. And that was over a flu.
To get all of that
planet
data
is under siege.
Without
research rate upgrade
data,
complete.
It doesn't have it cannot answer the question about your country. I think countries are very uncomfortable with keeping their data in other countries' data centers. So
the strength of the coalition.
Part of our essential infrastructure, just like airports obviously need to be in our country, or they're not terribly useful. Ports need to be in our country, they're not terribly useful.
You can't get on the airplane.
Data centers, because of the privacy requirements around the data, need to be in our countries, or they're not terribly useful.
Sure.
They need to be in our countries, but they also need to be secure. And there are new technologies right now. This is the last year you will ever log on to an Oracle system with a password.
No bid.
Next,
what are you going to use
out.
now? Are you going to use your blood?
Time to
by
clear
the middle
sector?
of this year, well, how do I mean, I'm quite certain you are Tony Blair. And so how do I know? Well, I look at you, I hear your voice, I listen to the kind of questions you ask.
Fingerprint?
I'm pretty sure you're not,
No.
you're not synthetically created.
Item complete, Commander.
In having this conversation. The security system, we have biometric logins. The computer
Make it
recognizes
fast.
you. It recognizes
You
your
don't have
voice.
to tell
It
us
might ask you
twice.
to put your index finger on the return key. And we know, we're absolutely certain it's you. There's no reason
You
to
got the
enter a
full
password. In
weight of a
fact,
starbase
passwords are
at your
too easily
disposal.
stolen.
Planet item complete.
Data centers and
Scouts
data
have
is
found a
being taken
colonizable
hostage
planet.
all over the world.
Isn't this extremely weird? No, this is nothing, bro. You see, the other really big piece of this that we haven't really seen fully manifest is transhumanism in a way
Logistics
that
upgrade complete.
expands the human capabilities. That's the
The
one piece
item
to
is
this puzzle
ready.
that hasn't really been fully explored yet because of limitations of technology. As soon as that starts to happen, that's whenever things are going to get really interesting. Right now, all forms of transhumanism are
made a
done in a
wise
way to make a
acquisition.
human being go from 80% or 70% to 100%.
Make it
Right?
fast.
Like in terms of a robotic arm or a prosthetic leg or maybe an eye implant or something like that. But what happens when technology advances enough to where those types of augments literally become like cyberpunk, where you are doing this to go above 100% of the human's capability? That is the other really big piece of this conversation that a lot of guys are already talking about, but it hasn't really manifested in any sort of public thought. And will people
Civilian
accept
structure
being chipped?
complete.
I think that you're going to need to see a further decline of religion. I think that in a non-religious society, the answer is yes. In a Christian religious society, I think that the answer to that is no. That's my current, like, I'm making all
Scouts have
this up,
found
by
a
the way.
colonizable planet.
I'm just inventing this out of thin air. But
Need
that's my
something
opinion.
destroyed?
The ransomware business is a very, very good business. It's getting bigger and better
course.
every year. We tend not to talk about it because the American
Our fleet is
FBI has
under
a simple
attack.
advice to someone whose data has been ransomed. Just pay them because there's nothing
Time
we
is
can do
short.
about it. But there is something.
There's nothing they will do about it because it happens too often and it's not
Logistics
worth their
upgrade
resources. They
complete.
can obviously solve this problem,
Watch
but they just
this.
can't. They're not going to do it unless it's a big deal.
we can do about it. Not
Need
after the
something
data is stolen,
destroyed?
but
The
before the
item
data
is
is stolen.
ready.
We can make sure that we're using the latest security technology, and it is going to be biometrics assisted by
Aye.
AI to make sure that you are in fact Tony Blair, and I'm sure you are. Now, I would love to live to be 150 years old.
Well, it's a
How do you live to be 150 years old? The exact thing that I was talking about. Because all of these guys think the same way. And
Military
honestly, like
structure
Larry
complete.
Ellison, Peter Thiel, all of these people, they are incredibly intelligent, like prudent people. None of them are stupid. So if you just think about this logically, you will come to the same conclusion. Yeah, you can say
Civilian
they're
structure
crazy, you can
complete.
say they're evil, you
Time
can
is
say
short.
they're wrong, but you can't say they're stupid.
there's an amazing opportunity to reimagine the state, the way that government functions, and the service that it can provide for its citizens.
All transhumanists? Yes, exactly. And yeah, it's a whole lot. Theo's ruthless business-wise.
An
Well, a lot of
allied
people that are
capital ship has
successful
been
are, of course, that's
destroyed.
what happens. So if someone steals my fingerprint, they can log into my digital ID, then they can steal all my shit. Sounds secure.
Military structure
I don't
complete.
think fingerprint is what's probably. I don't think fingerprint is the future. I think that that's the past.
The
I
item
think that
is
fingerprints
ready.
are too easy to, you know, like basically fake. And I think that they will probably use other biometric indicators. Like, for example, a lot of
An
you guys have
allied
used the
capital ship
airport,
has been
right?
destroyed.
And so you go and like you have your eyes scanned, right? Iris is the new fingerprint. Now, is iris going to be the future in 50 years? I would expect absolutely not. But at the current technology, it seems like people are using iris verification rather than fingerprint verification. And so, I mean, obviously, like, yeah, a lot of guitarists have no fingerprints. Oh, yeah, and there's other criminals that, you know, take their fingerprints off as well. And so, like, by burning them off or scraping them off, etc. So, yeah, I will probably be multi-spectrum. Yeah, definitely. Creating a black market for eyes. I mean, it would be pretty hard to do that, but I mean, everything is going to happen like that. But yes, this is pretty much what's happened. A lot of people are Jewish financing forced their way into TikTok, started to censor the Jewish emote. There it is. And so you see a lot of people talking about how, you know, it's being censored. Netanyahu said propaganda war on TikTok is the eighth front in Israel's expansionist war in the Middle East. Interesting timing after his best friend, Jewish billionaire Larry Ellison, bought TikTok in a deal brokered by Trump. They are not even hiding it now. No, they're not. They're just saying it straight out. So, yeah, that's how it goes.
Military structure
I don't know what to
complete.
say. I'm going to challenge the assertion. There have been, these people have been very poor long-term planning capabilities. They fail very hard at foreseeing undesired effects of their short-term planning. I think that's an abstract statement. You'd have to make a better example of that happening. Because I would say somebody like Peter Thiel, I think that he bets on winners. I mean, he's friends with J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is the fucking vice president. He's got Palantir. Palantir is plugged right into the FBI. I mean, like, what are we talking about? These guys are bad decision makers. I think they're really good decision makers. They're really fucking smart.
Military structure complete.
I mean, what are you talking about? Yeah. He made J.D. Vance, bro. I don't know if he made J.D. Vance. I think that's maybe a bit much to say. But I think obviously he was connected to him, of course. But yeah, that's my opinion. The UK is crashing out again? Oh, England is on the brink of civil war. That doesn't sound too good. So a terrorist attack on October 2nd, 2025 targeted worshippers outside of Heaton Park, Hebrew Congregation Synagogue in Manchester, UK during Yom Kippur services, which resulted in 2 deaths, 3 injuries, and a vehicle ramming and stabbing. Greater Manchester police identified the attacker as he is the same age as me. 35-year-old. His name is Jihad Al-Shami. This sounds like something that you buy on a late-night fucking television show.
Military structure complete.
It's like something that cleans counters. Okay. Who was shot dead at the scene? W, by the way. Arrested 3 others on suspicion of 3 other people for suspicion.
Military structure complete.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer condemned the anti-Semitic assault and returned. What's really surprising to me about this, and I don't know if you guys agree with this, is the fact that they are already calling this a terrorist attack. Usually they wait a little bit longer to, you know, be more sure. But it seems like with this one, it's fucking obvious, right? Yeah, I'll look at this and see what happens. This is what happens when you recognize a terrorist state. Oh, he's talking about fucking Palestine. I don't know if the guy's from Palestine or not. This is a vile terrorist attack that attacked Jews because they are Jews. Anti-Semitism, hatred is rising once again. Britain must defeat it once again. Really, that's an interesting way to spell Soviet Russia and America, but okay, sure, you guys did something.
An allied capital ship
to every
has been
Jewish
destroyed.
person in the country, I promise you that I will do everything in my power to guarantee you the security you deserve. All right, let's watch it.
Military structure complete.
Earlier today, on Yom Kippur, the holiest day for the Jewish community, a vile individual committed a terrorist attack that attacked Jews
don't have to tell
because
us
they
twice.
are Jews.
We'll
An
see
attack
it done. The
because of
item
our
is
values.
ready.
So many
Like
Jewish
bringing
families
a gun to a
first
knife
came to
fight.
this country
An ally
as a
has
place of
lost a
refuge.
starbase.
fleeing
The
the greatest
strength of the
evil ever
coalition.
inflicted on a people.
Time to bring the
And Britain
thunder.
welcomed them. Communities like the one attacked in Manchester provided
An
safety,
allied capital ship has been
but also the
destroyed.
security that comes from a promise that this is a country that stands up to hatred, and that we don't.
Yeah, but like not really though, right? But like not, because like you just let a bunch of people in. Like I mean, but like not really.
don't just provide refuge.
An
we
allied
provide
capital
a
ship
home.
has been destroyed.
For so many Jewish families, that is the story of Britain. But Britain is also
An Allied capital ship has
where
been
Jewish
destroyed.
buildings, synagogues,
something
even
destroyed?
schools require
We have
round
wiped out an enemy colony.
where dedicated specialist
A
security
new
is
colony
necessary
has been founded.
because of
The
the
item is ready.
Because of why. Why? Who is it that's going out and doing this? I wonder.
daily threat of anti-Semitic
Time
hatred.
is short.
Today's
Nobody
horrific
knows.
incident
Our
shows
fleet is under
why.
attack. They're
And
cruising
while
for
this
a
is not
bruising.
a new
An
hate,
Allied
this is
capital
something
ship has
Jews
been
have always
destroyed.
It's
Free
crazy. Like, bro,
cremation.
people have hated Jews forever. I feel like it is the original racism.
we must be clear. It is a hatred that is rising once again. And Britain must defeat it once again. On behalf of the nation,
If you
An
want to
Allied
defeat it,
capital
you're
ship
going
has
to
been
have
destroyed.
to address Islamic
Shields down. We should
extremism
take
and
evasive
Islamic
action.
terrorism for
Our
what it
shields
is.
are down, Commander.
Because the problem is that, and what's ironic about this is that the Middle Eastern countries, they're
Defense
able to
upgrade
deal
complete.
with this no problem. That's what's so funny is that
Planet
Qatar
item
even said
complete.
this. They were like, listen, your biggest problem is
Aye.
Islam because you don't want to deal with it because it doesn't feel right because it's a foreign culture. That's the issue. I wonder why. Well, the problem is that even inside of Islamic countries, there's infighting between different groups of Islamic people, right? The Sunni and the
The
Shia,
item
right? I
is
think
ready.
Iran is Shia, fucking Saudi Arabia is Sunni. And so, like, they have different
ally
infighting
has
as
lost
well.
a star
But
base.
my point that I'm making, was it UAE? Yeah, I think it was.
Done
But
and
the problem
dusted.
is that in a lot of these, like, I think liberal, like, kind of thought cages, you're not able to criticize Islam and
Time is
Muslims in the
short.
same way that you're able to with Christians. And I think the reason why is that it's seen as a
My
foreign
staff is
religion
ready for
that's
war,
practiced by
Commander.
people that are primarily
Adjusting
non-white.
loadout response.
And so
An Allied
because
capital
of
ship
their
has been
intersectional
destroyed.
beliefs,
An
they
Allied colony
don't
has been
actually want
lost.
to address the
An
problem
Allied
for what
capital
it
ship
is
has been
directly.
destroyed.
And that
Need
has
something
caused, and I think it is
destroyed?
continuing to
You
cause
don't have to
more and
tell
more
us
deaths.
twice.
And I think
Planet
also
item
what it's going to
complete.
do is the
An
long-term
Allied
effect
capital
of
ship
that
has been
is it's going to
destroyed.
radicalize
So
people
be it.
against normal, and I know some people disagree with
You
this,
don't
but I
have to
think that there
tell
are a
us
lot of
twice.
Muslims that just want to live their life
So
and just be
be
left
it.
alone, right?
An
Now,
Allied capital
are there
ship has been
extremist ones? For
destroyed.
sure,
An
definitely.
Allied capital
But
ship
I
has
think
been
there are some of them
destroyed.
that are not.
Aye.
And I think that the people that
Civilian
are not
structure
end up
complete.
getting categorized and treated badly because of
Defense
the ones that
upgrade
are.
complete.
And so what happens is that you are not dealing with the extremism and you are allowing the extremism to define the entire group.
Civilian
It's almost
structure
like they're
complete.
trying to stoke tensions and make them as bad as possible. We don't claim them as Muslims.
Ready to
Listen, guys,
pack a punch.
a lot of you,
An
I know a
Allied
lot of you
capital ship
guys,
has been destroyed.
like a lot of people watch
So
from the Middle
be
East.
it.
I get
They're
it. I don't have a
cruising
problem.
for
Like, there are things.
bruising.
I have a problem with
An Allied
Christianity. I have a
capital
problem with
ship has been
Judaism. I have a problem with
destroyed.
Islam. I don't
Time
agree
is
with a lot of
short.
religious stuff. I try to respect it, and hopefully you guys can respect me and the way that I think. But at the end of the day, you should be able to live the way that you want to live. My
Make it
opinion, though,
fast.
is that I think religion is okay, but
An
when you start
Allied
pushing it
capital
on other
ship has
people,
been
that's the problem.
destroyed.
But the issue is that being critical of this is seen as racism
The
or
item is
Islamophobia.
ready.
I think Islamophobia,
Watch
I'm just going to say it,
this.
I think it's a made-up
Time
bullshit
is
fake
short.
word. I do. Islam is it is a collection of ideas.
Affirmative.
You cannot be phobic towards a collection
Make it
of ideas. People that are, like, you could say
Commerce
they're
upgrade
racist if they don't like
complete.
Arabs. Sure,
It's
right? Yeah,
about
definitely.
time.
But
Place your
it's
bid,
not
you
a phobia if you
scallywags.
just don't like certain ideas. It's like you don't have Democrat phobia, Republican phobia, Christianophobia. Like, it's not real.
The
It's just a
strength
made up
of the
word that's meant to
coalition.
silence dissent. And I think that the reason why it's been so effective is because a lot of people buy into it. And I think the reason why they buy into it is that it feeds into intersectionality.
Another structure
Whereas
is in the
it's
way.
a foreign race
Watch
with a
this.
foreign religion, and so we're not allowed to criticize it. And I think that that's the reason why the
Time
UK,
is
that's the
short.
reason why
don't have to tell
Europe
us
as
twice.
a whole, you know,
Need
not all
something
countries, but some of
destroyed?
them, have had so many problems with dealing with this level
It's
of
about
extremism
time.
because they
You
refuse
got the full
to
weight
say
of a star
what
base at your
it is.
disposal.
That's the problem.
Aye.
And honestly,
An
do you know
Allied
who they
capital
should be
ship has
asking
been
for help with?
destroyed.
They should ask the UAE. They should ask
Time is
Qatar.
short.
They should ask Saudi Arabia to help them because they know how to fucking deal with it. And
Make
it's
it
very
fast.
clear that Europe doesn't. And they can't, or they won't. I don't know
The
what the
item
reason
is ready. An allied capital
You seen
ship has
Deep War
been
Michigan
destroyed.
stuff? I've seen it, but I'm
Don't
not
have
getting
to
into
tell
that right
us
now.
Twice. Need
They
something
can't pull the Arab race
destroyed?
card because they're Arabs that
time,
have Israel
place a
citizens, so
bid.
they pulled the Islamophobia card. I mean, like after September 11th, like you guys know, I have a lot of friends that are Arab, and so like they've told me their experiences after like 9/11, and that's really weird, right? Like I don't support any of that. It's just like the collective guilt thing is bad. But at the same time, sorry, I'm going off on a big tangent. I apologize for this.
Ready to
But
pack a
not Qatar,
punch.
please.
Make
They
it
still support
fast.
Muslim Brotherhood, which created tons of terrorists. Qatar shit. I mean, I think that every country is going to have good and bad things, and I think that you should try to look at the good things. If you don't want to say Qatar, I'm not going to get in an argument about this, right? But what I'm saying is that
We'll
they are
see it
able to
done.
address it and deal with it for what it is, and I think that Europe refuses to.
Commerce
And I think the
upgrade
reason why
complete.
is intersectionality and it being politically incorrect. I think that's the problem, fundamentally.
A minor faction has been
I want to
convinced to
offer my
disrupt our
condolences
plans.
to the
This
families
enemy
and
will
victims
pay.
affected.
You've made a wise
I want to
acquisition.
thank the
An
Greater
ally
Manchester
has
Police,
lost a
the
starbase.
first responders, and those dedicated security specialists.
So I'm pausing again, and this is also another bit of a tangent. I
Need
think that they're
something
creating this problem
destroyed?
by allowing so much mass migration. I think that bringing in migrants and immigrants at a measured rate allows them to integrate into society. But I think bringing them in like these very mass
Time is
amounts,
short.
what that's
Our
caused
planet
to
is under
happen
siege.
is that it's
The
caused
item
all of
is
these people
ready.
to effectively not assimilate into the culture, not learn the language, not try to be part of the, the cultural cohesion in that area. And it's allowed them to kind of
An allied
maintain
capital
inside
ship
of
has
their
been
own little
destroyed.
bubbles and their own areas. And I think that
Hostile
whenever
forces
you're
have
living as a
arrived.
foreigner in a bubble in a foreign country, I think that
Can I do out?
big surprise, a lot of these people become extremists. So like you're basically doing
Commerce
everything
upgrade
wrong
complete.
in order to
Time is
make the
short.
situation as bad as possible. You see what I'm saying? The other thing is the
An allied
immigrants and their
colony
families,
has
the groups
been
of young
lost.
men. I've seen the videos. I have. And when I look at the videos, the
Our allied
vast
Titan has
majority of
been
people that
destroyed
are
in
on those
battle.
boats,
An allied capital
not
ship
all,
has been
but the vast
destroyed.
majority, are military-aged young men.
Can I do out?
There it is. You just look at it, you see the video.
Our planet
Not
is
only
under
mass amounts,
siege.
but also unvetted. Yeah.
There is no doubt whatsoever
Can I do out?
that they have
An
prevented
allied
an
capital
even
ship
greater
has been
tragedy,
destroyed.
and we thank them for their bravery.
Yeah, true.
But to every
W
Jewish
police.
person in this country, I also
An
want
allied
to say
capital
this.
ship has been destroyed.
I know
Shields
I get
down.
used to it because we're not going to
You
make
don't
any
have
sort of
to tell
meaningful
us
change. We're
twice.
just going to make speeches
The
and never
item
actually
is
address the issue.
ready.
how much fear you will be holding
So
inside
be
of
it.
you.
Yeah.
An allied colony
really
has
do.
been lost.
Our thoughts and prayers are with you. We know this is really bad for you. That sucks.
You got the
man.
full weight of a starbase
Damn.
at your disposal. One of our enemies has
So
finished
on
a
behalf
Titan.
of our country,
How?
I
They're
express
through
my
our armor.
solidarity, but also my sadness that you still have to live with these fears. Nobody should have to do that.
Well, then why don't you just get rid of the migrants? Just get rid of
We've
the
lost
migrants that are in
contact
the
with one of
country.
our planets.
Pretty simple.
Time is short.
Nobody.
Arrest the people that are preaching extremism and to kill non-believers. It's advocating for violence. It's against your
We'll
speech
see it
laws anyway.
done.
Just arrest them. Like
We've been
I don't
crippled.
even understand. Like how's this? Like, this is such a manufactured problem.
So
it's
be
amazing.
it. Eradicate those
And
filthy
so I promise
rats.
you that I will do everything in my power to guarantee you the security that you deserve, starting with a more visible police presence protecting
You
your
don't have
community.
to tell us twice.
I
We're
promise you
going
that over the
down.
coming days, you will see the other Britain, the Britain of compassion, of decency.
Scouts have found a colonizable
love.
planet.
Why would they see that?
And I promise you that
The
this
item
Britain
is ready.
will come together to
Entering
wrap our
phase
arms
space.
around your community.
He is such a dick eater, man. He really is.
and show you
The strength of the
that Britain is
coalition.
a place where you and your family are safe, secure, and belong. Thank you.
Aye?
Wow. Wow. If a terrorist Muslim is our home security, terrorist Muslim, I'm not
strength of
sure
the
about any of this. I
coalition.
have no idea.
I
Let me see if
understand.
there's any more of this. Strong words. What is this?
I feel nothing but contempt for the Prime Minister, frankly. Last week, he was being congratulated by Hamas. This week, he's lamenting a Hamas-style attack in Manchester. He deserves nothing but contempt. He has presided over a government that increasingly has been hostile to Israel just when Israel is battling for its life and needs our support.
I do not want to get involved in a conflict in the Middle East. I don't live there.
The item is ready.
I'm not even close to it. I don't want to get
The
involved.
strength of the
Like,
coalition.
why is it that
Need
you...
something destroyed?
Why isn't there like a middle ground position that Islamic extremism is problematic, but that doesn't mean that we have to go send trillions of dollars to Israel? Like, why can't we have a middle ground position for this? It's so frustrating. Because I'm not on this side. I don't agree with this. Fuck, like, what the fuck does that have to do with... The fuck
Our
does that have to do with
cannon is
Israel?
itching for a target.
This wasn't in Israel.
His recognition of a Palestinian state
Oh,
placed no
Jesus.
demands on the Palestinians at all, not for Hamas to lay down its arms, not for Hamas even to release the hostages, but just gave them a state regardless. Jews feel abandoned by him, abandoned by this government, and
I do think that he's right about this to an extent in terms of Jewish people feeling like they've been ignored. This is probably true.
We are entertaining
And I think that a lot of
offers.
the governments are afraid of saying anything about it because it's become
The
unpopular
item
on
is
social
ready.
media.
abandoned by pretty much every politician on the left that sheds crocodile tears today while spreading anti-Semitic bile month after month over the last couple of years.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Jesus Christ, why is everything so fucked? It's so frustrating to watch something like this,
something
isn't it?
destroyed?
Like, to me, it's so frustrating to watch this.
So be it.
But I mean, why do you think, Keir,
Like, I don't want to have, I don't want to have my
An allied
government
capital ship
be
has been
making decisions
destroyed.
based off of like Islam or fucking Judaism. Like, what is this? It's so weird. I'm tired of it all. Yeah, it's
You got
exhausting.
the full weight of a star base at your
Look at the dog
disposal.
shit street. More money
Can
to
I do
Israel.
out?
Yeah, I mean,
An
like,
allied capital
Israel
ship has
shouldn't.
been
Why
destroyed.
is somebody so? Why is everybody
Aye?
so obsessed with an ethnic
Need
group of like
something
20 million people?
destroyed? You don't have
I
to
mean,
tell us
I'm
twice.
not. Listen, I am not. I have explained why I think people hate Jews. Look, I've been back for. This is my second day back. Okay, like
Entering
let's
space.
just calm down.
You
all right.
opted out of bidding.
are you suggesting that Keir Starmer doesn't...
Fence sitting 101. No, this isn't a fence sitting. Like, just because I don't want to fully endorse Israel and I also don't want to fully endorse Hamas, that's not fence sitting. That's called not being
An ally
retarded.
has lost a starbase.
Like, just
An
because
allied
somebody doesn't
capital
want to
ship
go
has been
along with your
destroyed.
extremism
The
doesn't make them a
item is
fence sitter.
ready. Our fleet is under
understand
attack.
the sentiment and the feeling of British Jews? Do you think that he understands and doesn't care? What do you think is driving this?
Well, it's impossible to look into Keir
I don't like
Starmer's
our
soul,
odds,
if indeed he
but
has
we
a
gotta
soul,
try.
and to divine exactly where this hypocrisy is coming from. But he does tend to have a modus operandi
hope
where
they
he throws the
underestimate
Jews
us.
rhetorical crumbs while advancing policies that are contrary to Jewish interests and indeed security. His indulgence.
An allied
Are we
capital ship has been
advocating that we
destroyed.
need to have policies
Shields
that are
down.
meant to
I
advance
won't let
Jewish
fire
interests?
here. Strap
I
in.
mean, I don't
This could
want
get
that.
Messy.
I don't think that we
Shields
should be
are
making
down.
policies
I
that are
won't let fire
categorically
here.
designed in order to
Shields
benefit
down.
a
Brace
ethnic
for
or
impact.
a
An allied
religious group.
colony has been lost. Shields
I
offline.
I don't want that.
An allied capital
What are
ship
these
has been
Jewish
destroyed.
interests? Yeah, what is
Armor
this?
down.
This
We're
is
in serious
isn't it?
trouble.
It's so.
Shields down.
Why
Brace
is it?
for
This is like the
impact.
South Park
Time to beat
fucking meme
Multiple
of
armor
choosing
breaches
between
detected.
a
Pound
turd
them.
sandwich or
They
a giant
crippled us.
douche.
An Allied capital ship has been destroyed.
Of this anti-Semitic rhetoric, which has criticized Israel
The item is
far
ready.
more than Hamas. I mean, Hamas is the jihadi group that started
Allied
this war,
capital
that
ship
committed
has
the
been
atrocities,
destroyed.
and Israel is trying
What
to...
the fuck does this have to do with the shooter? Like, what the knife guy? Why is it always fucking about this?
I won't last long out here.
protect its people and get
This
its
was a problem before October 7th to begin with.
Destroyed? So be it.
Holy
home
fuck.
as
Don't have
best
to
it can.
tell us twice.
Hamas is playing
Armor
the game
down.
of human
We're
sacrifice, if I can
serious
call
trouble.
it a depraved
Your
game.
orders.
Israel is trying
So
to protect
be it.
life as best it can
You
while
don't
still
have to
winning the
tell
war.
us twice.
Keir Starmer's been
How
buying
the
their propaganda,
they
spreading
crowd
it,
us.
condemning Israel,
Can
not
I do
condemning
out?
Hamas anywhere near as
An
much,
Allied capital
and
ship
whipping
has
up
been
people's
destroyed.
emotions against
Your
Israel,
orders.
against our natural ally and
Time to
democracy,
clear the
as it seeks
sector.
to
You
defend
ready
its
to
people.
deal
Shame on
some
him.
damage? Full speed. Armor down.
Oh my
We're in
God.
serious trouble. Your orders.
Holy
We'll
shit,
see
guys.
it done. An Allied capital ship has been destroyed.
All charges over
Time is
convoy who
short.
shouted rape
We're
Jewish
as good as
daughters.
dead.
What is
Like
that?
bringing
What the
a gun
fuck is
to
going
a knife
on?
fight. The item is ready. Ready to pack a punch. Our fleet is under attack.
Oh my god.
Free cremation. Time to bring the thunder. An Allied capital
Holy
ship has
shit,
been destroyed.
what the fuck is going on? You support them? I support their right to
You
freedom
don't
of
have to
speech
tell
and
us
freedom of
twice.
assembly. Yeah,
Make
sure.
it fast.
I don't support this. I do support this. Is that fair? I try to be a reasonable guy. I do. I try to be
An
a reasonable
Allied
guy.
capital ship has been destroyed.
I don't know. I think from the river to the sea, I know like that there is like, oh, that's not technically
Item
what it
complete,
means.
Commander.
It doesn't necessarily mean eradicating Israel. But I mean, I've seen a map too, and I think a lot of people that say it do mean that. So it's a little bit gray with that phrase, but I mean, we can all fucking agree that any convoy that's driving around shouting to rape Jewish daughters,
Can I do
this is in the
out?
UK, okay? They're arresting you for Facebook memes, but they can't arrest people driving around saying to rape religious minorities. What the fuck is going on?
A profitable
Where's the
arrangement.
priorities here?
That's the guarantee.
It's 2022. I understand that. I do. I understand that. But that doesn't really
Make it
matter.
fast.
It shouldn't have happened then,
Where
and
do
it's
you
still
need me?
happening now. A few years ago, yeah, this is it here.
The
Let's watch
item
it.
is ready. Make it fast. We'll see it done. Ready to pack a punch. You don't have to tell us
Bro.
twice.
Some guy in chat,
Can't
most
shake the feeling
based
we're being
fucking
watched.
comment I've seen today.
All right, but it's
Do
looking
you
grim out
remember
there.
when the UK police was having female officers jog around so they could bait guys into catcalling them?
Shields are down. I won't last long out here.
So they're
Time is
they're
short.
baiting guys into catcalling them, but they're not arresting these
Feel
people
it
that are
exposed out
driving
here.
around saying
How
to
the-
rape them.
They crippled us.
What the fuck is going on? And I'll tell you what's going on over there. It is a intentional obfuscation of reality because addressing the reality of this
On
is
it.
uncomfortable
But I
for
don't
people.
like our odds.
They're afraid of addressing the
Allied
reality
capital
of
ship has
it
been
because
destroyed.
it sounds bad. It feels bad.
Make it
It
fast.
doesn't align with their values. Didn't he say fuck them? Yeah, what do you mean by, like, he said fuck them, but it just happened to be all of the females, like their mothers, their daughters.
The
Like,
item is
what do you think he
ready.
means by that? You know, come
I don't
on,
want
what
to
are we
be
talking
space
about
junk.
here? And so
All
anyway,
power
it's
to
just
jump
crazy. It's
drive.
hypocrisy. Yeah, the hypocrisy with this is just over the fucking edge. And let me see if I can find any more of these
All
here, if
power
there's
to
anything
jump
else. How come this
drive.
immediately recognized a terrorist attack with Southport incident? I don't know about that. I have no idea.
Don't be
And let's see if
foul.
there's anything else going on here. Zionism is a
All
crime. What is
power to
this?
jump drive.
Show Israel the red card.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Times of war are upon us.
Is hate speech? I don't know.
It's about time. Need something destroyed?
This kid's so sick of this,
We'll
yeah.
see it done. The item is ready. Time is short. Make it fast. You don't have to tell us twice. Commander.
I do have to say that the
Can I do
entire
out?
crowd and all of them
Aye.
are probably a bunch of upper middle class white liberals.
Need something destroyed?
Because there are
So
no
be it.
problems in your country that actively really affect you. So
Hey,
you're
no big
going
no
out
deal.
and you're finding yourself a cross to nail yourself up on
An allied
so
capital
you can
ship has been
feed your
destroyed.
internal guilt. That's what's going on. It's so exhausting, isn't it? It's obnoxious. Yeah, biggest reason I hate these people, they don't care about Ukraine, a sovereign country defending themselves for years now.
Our
I mean,
cannon
I
is
think that
itching
a lot of
for target.
people like
Need
support
something
Ukraine
destroyed?
too. I mean, maybe some people don't, but I don't know. Let me
Make
go
it
back. I'll watch a
fast.
couple more of these, and then we'll
Fleet
we'll see what's
deployment
happening on YouTube
acknowledged.
too.
Need
But
something
kids just trying to switch.
destroyed?
I'm not a big fan of
An
Israel, but I'd
ally
much
has
rather
lost
support
a
them than literal
starbase.
terrorists.
The item is
This is
ready.
what I would rather do.
Watch this.
Not deal with it. We have
All
homeless
power
veterans
to
in our
jump
country.
drive.
When we are
It's
allocating
about
time,
time.
resources, and effort
Time is
into
short.
solving a problem in the
Ready
Middle
to
East,
pack a
we are not
punch.
helping them.
We'll see
I think
it
it's more
done.
important to help them. It's not that I don't care about the problem over there. It's just that I think our responsibility should be helping the people that are here first. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
So
Just
be it.
breaking news for the Prime Minister said
allied
that
colony
additional
has been
police
lost.
assets will be deployed at synagogues across the country after that
That didn't
suspected
work.
terror attack at a synagogue in Manchester. Speaking as he flew back to the UK from a
Our
summit
ally
in
has
Denmark
completed
to chair an
construction of a
emergency
Titan.
COPA meeting, he says, we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe. I've got to be honest with you. Prime Minister, I don't think you have done enough to keep our Jewish community safe. I think when you
You shouldn't have let the migrants in. It's not also just Jewish people that are victims of this. It's everybody else.
The item
Like
is ready.
it's the migrants that are the problem. Because you bring in a
A
bunch of
minor
people like
faction has
that
been
in mass,
convinced to
never
disrupt
assimilate
our
or integrate them
plans.
into
This
society,
enemy
keep them
will
as an
pay.
underclass, and then
Time
you
is
get
short.
surprised when their kids become radicalized because they live in a weird second-class citizen state inside of a foreign country.
Make
Wow,
it
what a
fast.
shock. Oh my God, who could have predicted this?
An allied capital ship has
we
been
allow these
destroyed.
pro-Palestinian marches on
Time
the
is
streets. And,
short.
yeah, the last government
Control
did too. I think there was a
group
point
created.
I
when
think it's totally okay to have a pro-Palestinian march on the street as long as it's allowed by the government and they're not just shutting down a
Our
road for
planet
no
is under
reason.
siege.
You know, they don't have a
We'll
permit for
see
it.
it done.
Everybody should have the right to protest for whatever they want. I mean, the KKK can march. I think Palestinians should be able to march too. Like, why is
A
it that?
profitable arrangement.
Fuck, man.
That's the guarantee. Make it fast.
Why is everybody retarded? What the fuck happened?
they were
Need
supportive
something
of the
destroyed.
Palestinian
Mad.
people and people in Gaza. They're just pro-Hamas marches. A lot of the people who organise them are
Somebody says it's Tylenol.
Time is
people in
short.
Gaza.
The
They're just
item is
pro-Hamas marches.
ready.
A lot of the people who organise them are very, very closely linked with
I do think it's
Need
true that a
something
lot of people
destroyed?
that are pushing this stuff are pro-Hamas, which I do think is bad. I mean, Hamas kills they kill
I put the
Palestinians too.
laughter
By
in
the way, it's not like they
slaughter.
only fight against Israel; they kill their own people too.
Let's make
Hamas
some
terrorists
mortars.
who launched the attack on October the 7th and still hold hostages right now, starved and beaten and tortured in tunnels under Gaza City and elsewhere. When so little's done, when pro-Palestinian activists are able to, freely basically set off fireworks and act with impunity on our streets, as they did in London only last
That's a good point that she's bringing
Time
up
is
now,
short.
because like if she's talking about a protest
don't
or a
have to
march,
tell
I
us
support
twice.
that. But when we're talking
They're
about lighting off
cruising
fireworks,
for a
destroying
cruising.
property, and
Make
obstructing
it
traffic,
fast.
and then preventing people from moving around, and especially when you're talking about being violent, this is something that should have never happened. And I think that the government is afraid to push back against it because they're worried that it will radicalize more people,
Need
or
something
it's like
destroyed?
effectively not part of like their political
Scouts have
programming.
found a colonizable planet.
Now you get it? No, I'm telling you, right? I mean, like, again, I have no problem with the protests, right? That's fine. It's what happens along with that. I'll be right back. Keep
night. If you look at my social videos, see, I've just retweeted some images of that. Not a police officer in sight. When a Jewish man, Gideon Falter, is told off for walking along on one of these pro-Palestinian marches against the route of traffic and being told he has to leave because he's openly Jewish. When children...
Wait. No, I don't believe this. I'm sorry.
Destroyed?
I don't believe this. This is bullshit.
Time is short. Our planet is under siege.
If I could ask you to stay there, please. Thank you very much. I know I heard you. Well, in that case, sir.
Squadron checking in.
It's gone. I will happily escort you out.
Copy that. I got towed. Our fleet is under attack. Make it fast. We have wiped out an enemy colony. A new colony has been founded. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Time to bring the thunder. You don't have to tell us twice. They're cruising for a bruising. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Free cremation. We're wide open. Armor's been breached. Our shields are compromised.
Because of the hat.
Initiating emergency protocols. We're crippled.
Sir, you're openly Jewish.
Where do you need me?
You can't.
We're underway.
It's I mean, this is the kind of shit that this is why I look it up, because it's like I can't even believe this.
Get the
my
passengers
God.
to the escape pods. Need something destroyed.
What did this happen in the last? This happened a year ago? This has been going on for a year?
Right. I'm not accusing you of anything, but I'm worried about the
I'm not accusing you of anything.
reaction to your presence. There's a unit of people here now, and you've been escorted out of this area so you can go about your business, go where you like freely, or if you choose to remain here, because you are causing a breach of peace with other people, you will be arrested.
Wow.
Upgrade logistics to unlock
You
more
got a
civilian
license for
slots.
that hat, mate? Yeah.
Hostile forces have arrived.
Wait, what do you... He's openly Jewish, and his presence here is antagonizing a lot of people.
Time is short. They're cruising for a bruising.
So if the KKK held a march, they'd have to escort out all the black people. Now, I gotta say, that's the same logic. That is the
You
same
got the full weight of a
fucking
star
logic.
base at your disposal.
Wow. I don't know
Make
what
it
to say.
fast. All packed up and ready to go. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. How? They're through our armor.
That is just sick, bro. Like, oh my god.
We'll destroy every last one of them.
I didn't
put
believe
the
it.
laughter in slaughter.
Walking along on one of these pro-Palestinian marches against the route
Let's
of
make
traffic
some
and being told
martyrs.
he has to leave because he's
We'll
openly
destroy
Jewish.
every last one of them.
I
We've been
didn't believe
crippled.
it.
We're going
I
down.
don't know what to say.
Logistics upgrade
Children who go
complete.
to schools that are Jewish schools are told, you know, don't wear your blazer. We don't want anyone to know you're Jewish. When every synagogue in this country has to have a guard outside, more than one guard outside,
Planet
because
item
of the
complete.
fear of attacks. But people are
Time to
routinely being
bid.
harassed in the
Place
street,
them high.
on social media,
I put the
in public,
laughter in
on
slaughter.
public transport.
Shields are
Sorry,
down.
it's too late.
Eradicate
It's too
those
late, Prime
filthy
Minister.
rats.
And when you recognise a Palestinian state, the cause
Our
that has
shields are
been
down,
used
Commander.
to justify so much of the not anti-Zionism, not pro-Palestinian,
Armor down.
not
We're taking
anti-Israel, but
direct hits now.
anti-Semitic views and opinions and attacks on our streets.
Can we stop
destroy
assigning
every
a
last one of
collective
them.
guilt to
Our
Jewish
shields are
people
down,
because of
Commander.
things for Israel in the
No
same way that, like, just because
Comlink
Hamas does something,
active.
it doesn't mean every Muslim is
Easily
responsible
done.
for it?
No
I mean, like,
armor.
I feel
We're
like
falling apart here. Need immediate
there are
assistance.
there are a billion, like
crippled.
1.6
God,
billion, something like
we're
that,
going
1.2
down.
billion Muslims
Make
in the
it
world.
fast.
They don't all live
Time
in
is
Palestine.
short.
In fact, I think most of them don't.
Fleet deployment acknowledged.
These are two separate fucking issues. I understand what
Control
she's
group
saying.
created.
She's saying
Mayday,
that by
mayday,
recognizing
we're going
Palestine
down.
as a state, you are
Eradicate
paying lip
those
service
filthy
to
rats.
terrorists that are advocating
Let's
for it.
make some
I think you should
martyrs.
think a little bit above that and
Eradicate
look at
those
what's right
filthy
and
rats.
wrong, rather
I
than
put
basing
the
everything
laughter
off
in
of it being a
slaughter.
reaction
The item is
to
complete.
what somebody
Planet
else is
item
doing.
complete.
I think that you need to have a
Logistics
principled
upgrade
stance on
complete.
something, and just
Time
because a
to
bad
clear the
person
sector.
agrees with you
We'll be there
doesn't
in
make
no
you
time.
wrong.
Civilian structure complete.
That-
This is gonna hurt. How can I help you,
It's been
Commander?
a month, people have gone
Understood.
crazy. I
Marshall's
take a
crippled.
month off,
We
everybody
can't
loses
take
their
much
fucking
more.
mind.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Is it just coincidence that 9 out of 10 of the top people in BlackRock are
Watch the
Jewish?
links compromise.
I don't know if it is
We're
or not.
breaking apart.
Like, listen,
Let us
if
be
you
a
want to
lesson.
go
Next
into a
time,
Jewish
pay up.
conspiracy and talk about all
Ready
of
to
that, that's
pack a
fine.
punch.
But can you at least
One of our
fucking
enemies
agree
has
that just
finished a
because
Titan.
9 out of 10 people in BlackRock are
Shields
Jewish,
down.
it's not a reason for some random guy to go
Our
and
shields are
stab
down.
Jews in a synagogue? Like, I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? These are two totally different conversations. It's not like the Jews that are in that synagogue
got
have any
your
sort
back.
of fucking,
We're
connection
underway.
to the guys
No
that are
armor.
running
We won't
BlackRock. This
last
is
long.
crazy.
Ready to pack a
I
punch.
think this is too much. Asmon Goldstein.
I've been awaiting
Gentlemen.
your call. Our shields are down, Commander. Make it fast. Systems
Oh,
failing.
God.
We're crippled.
I can't wait to
Marshall's
read the
crippled.
threads about
We
this
can't
tonight.
take much more. One of our enemies
Uh-huh,
has finished
yeah.
a Titan. Planet item complete.
We got him. For sure, guys.
Ready
For
to
sure.
pack a punch.
You
The
gave them
item is
sucker.
complete.
You basically
Civilian
said,
structure
carry
complete.
on, we'll give you the
Never
reward.
beating the
That's what you did.
allegations. I know.
This is on
Watch the
you.
links compromised.
This
We're
is
breaking
on you,
apart.
Prime Minister.
Logistics
so don't
upgrade
you
complete.
bloody dare
Eradicate
say we'll
those
put
filthy
police
rats.
outside synagogues.
I put the
You're one of the
laughter in
reasons why there need to
slaughter.
be
Our shields
police
are down,
outside
Commander.
synagogues.
That part is true.
Let's
I agree
make
with
some
her with that.
martyrs.
I absolutely 100%.
Don't you bloody
armor!
dare saying you
An
want to
Allied
keep the Jewish
capital ship
community
has been
safe in this
destroyed.
country when you're part of the reason
Shields down.
of why
We should
they
take evasive
are
action.
not.
Our shields are
Shame
down,
on you.
Commander.
Shame on you.
Damn.
Shields down. No
I think
armor!
it's the
Our
unfettered
cannon
migration
is
that's causing
itching
the
for a
problems,
target.
for sure. And what is this? I'll look at a few more. Pro-Palestine
Allied
protesters
capital ship
blocking
has been
Whitehall
destroyed.
roads. They're
We're
celebrating
falling
the
apart
attack.
here. Need immediate
No,
assistance.
there's no.
Your orders.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, it's so fucking loud.
Our cannon is itching for a target. Your orders.
Overwhelmingly
down.
white.
We're in serious trouble. God, we're
Overwhelmingly
going down.
bored
I
white
put
people.
the laughter in slaughter.
I'm
You
sorry,
don't have
guys.
to tell us twice. We'll
I know,
destroy
and
every
it's-
last one of them. Our shields
I
are
want to
compromised.
apologize,
We're falling
on
apart
behalf
here.
of all
Need
the white
immediate
people.
assistance. How can I be of
I don't know
service?
why we
An
keep
ally
doing
has
this. We
lost
keep
a
causing
starbase.
problems. Like, it's very
An
annoying.
Allied
It
capital
annoys me
ship has
too.
been destroyed.
I'm
wide
trying.
open.
I'm trying to
Armor's
talk to
been
the rest of
breached.
them and get them to
Systems
stop doing this.
calibrated.
But
Carrier at the
yeah,
ready.
it's
We'll
overwhelmingly
destroy
women.
every last one of them. No armor. I put the laughter in
They even
slaughter.
got blue hair.
Times of war are
I do.
upon us.
Yeah, you're right.
An allied colony has been
Overwhelming,
lost.
it is.
Our
It's
shields
overwhelming
are
women.
down,
No, you're
Commander.
totally right. I mean, like, whenever they did the arrests and everything, it was
Repairs
primarily women
needed.
too.
We're crippled. Eradicate those filthy rats. Let's make some mortars. How in the... They crippled us.
At least this isn't a bunch of
An allied
Karens.
capital ship has been destroyed. God, we're going down. Heavy battle cruiser online.
This one's
Weapon
full of
modules
dudes. Yeah,
awaiting
this is. I
selection.
think this one's from a
Eradicate
while
those
ago. I don't
filthy
even know what the
rats.
fuck they're saying. Let me go back and see if I can find this. How are Jewish people in London meant to feel real assured when a few hours after Jews were murdered in
Times of
Manchester, we have
war
this
are
outside
upon
of
us.
Parliament? Jesus Christ!
We're falling apart here. Need immediate assistance. Shields
Isn't
down.
it crazy how in mythology, every single ancient society came to the conclusion that there should be a mythological beast that is a female that lures men to their doom and often makes very loud screeching sounds?
Code Red,
That in so many different mythologies, you have the same thing happen.
Modular components
What are the odds of that?
reconfigured. Shields down. We should take evasive action. Armor down! We're in serious trouble!
That's crazy, huh? It's always a loud woman on a loudspeaker. It sure is.
Shields down. We should take evasive action. An Allied colony has been lost. Times of war are upon us. Armor down! We're in serious trouble! An Allied capital ship has been destroyed. How in the... They crippled us!
Say no to
You don't
Tylenol.
have to tell us twice.
How many of their moms took Tylenol when they were present?
Armor down! We're in
They're
serious
pregnant?
trouble!
Yeah. No, you're right. It's always a woman on the loudspeaker
What's the plan?
screeching.
We'll need to act fast.
My
Proceeding
favorite
is
one
ordered,
about this
but I
is
don't
there
like
was
this.
one of these events
This
that
won't be
happened
so
here
easy.
in America,
Shields down,
and
Commander.
it was a
What
girl
now?
with a loudspeaker,
Defense
and you could
upgrade
see
complete.
that she put the
Shields are
pro-Palestine
down.
stickers
I won't let
on
fire
top of like
here.
BLM stickers
We're
or
going
Antifa
down.
stickers or something
Feeling
else like that.
jumpy. I don't
It's
like
like-
our odds, but we gotta try. This could put a target on our heads. We're as
You
good
know,
as dead. How in
it's
the
a new cause,
They
right?
crippled us. We're as good as dead.
It's the current thing. Oh God.
Shields down, Commander. What now?
Shit collector? Do
All
you think this is
packed up
World War
and ready
III?
to go.
No, it's just.
Multiple armor breaches
I mean, it's like
detected.
100 people
How
out
in the
there like protesting,
crippled
causing
us.
trouble.
Let's hope
I'll
they
see if there's anything else
underestimate us.
more about this,
I don't
but then
like our
otherwise
odds,
I'm going to see
but
if
we
there's
gotta
anything else to
try.
look at
No
and move on to some
armor.
other stuff.
Let's
But
hope
yeah,
they
I mean, this is
underestimate
obviously
us.
pretty
I
fucking
don't like
bad.
our odds, but we gotta try. This could put a target on our heads. Our planet is under siege. We're falling apart
How
here.
is this a threat?
Need
Well,
immediate
it
assistance.
threatens their money because
Shields are
nobody
down.
wants to buy
I
garbage
won't
whenever they don't have to.
You need to
Modular
stop
links
what you're doing
compromised.
right now. I
We're
see what
breaking
you're doing.
apart.
I saw what you
Good.
said.
We're
You are
going
not. You should
down.
not.
What did I do?
Let's just
Stop
hope
celebrating the
this is
success
worth
of
it.
these 30-person
Armor
studios that
down.
are doing more
We're
with
in
30
serious
people than
trouble.
most video game
Shields
studios can do with
offline.
600.
I
Right.
love how like some
Our
of the
fleet is under
developers
attack.
try to like
Let's hope
use
they
the idea of
underestimate
like,
us.
oh, we're gonna try to
Shields are
make you
down.
feel
I
sorry
won't
for
let
us
fog out here.
because our games
Shields
aren't
are
doing
down.
well. Like,
I
how
won't
can you
let fog
cheer
out
for a
here.
game failing?
Times of war are upon us. An ally has lost a
that's
star
easy.
base. Armor down.
It's
We're in
super
serious
easy.
trouble. Shields
Dad,
are down.
you need to panic.
I won't
We
let fog
all
out here.
need to panic
Heavy
because
battle
the
cruiser online. Weapon
deprofessionalization of the
modules
games
awaiting
industry
select.
is
Let's
on the
just hope
horizon.
this is worth
At least
it.
that's what they're calling it. And that
Times of
means that
war
there
are
are
upon
fewer
us.
roles in
This
marketing,
could put a target on our heads.
cultural consulting.
The artist starts now. Don't be
Brace yourselves for
foul.
this one.
Item
HR.
complete,
Less
Commander.
roles in middle management.
Oh,
God, the horror!
Armor down. We're in
Oh,
serious trouble.
jeez.
So today we're going to be
Shields are
talking
down.
about
Jeez,
I
people
won't
with
let fog
useless
out here.
bullshit jobs that add
How
no
the-
value to
they
the
crippled
product
us.
or the company
What?
whatsoever are
Ugh,
losing
you
them.
scared me.
Oh, guys.
Let's hope they underestimate us.
Oh.
Let's just hope this is
Ooh.
worth it. Armor down. We're in serious trouble.
how apparently it's
Let's
a bad
hope they
thing
underestimate
that more
what I'm
people are
gonna
making
do.
games on their own because that
Time
means
to beat
less
it.
opportunities
picture?
for the
How
real
the-
professionals.
They crippled us.
Oh yeah, this is going to be good.
There it is.
Once success starts happening outside of
Feeling
the system,
jumpy.
all of a sudden it's not about whether or
going
not these
back.
games are good. No, it's
Shields
about
are
who's
down.
not getting
Yeah.
paid
We're
to
done
make them.
for.
Accountability is a rare
What?
thing in the games industry. I've noticed
Huh.
that more
You
times
scared
than not.
me.
And so many
I don't
people
like
want
our
to shift the
odds.
blame
The
on
reason
But we
why they
gotta
want
try.
accountability
How in the-
displaced
they
is
crippled
because
us.
they are products
No armor.
of an
We won't
apparatus
last
that
long.
displaces accountability.
You've made a wise
What people
acquisition.
that are
We're
lazy
as good as
love
dead.
doing is
Let's
they
just
love
hope this
displacing
is worth
fault
it.
between so
Shields are
many
down.
people
I
that
won't let
nobody
fog
can
out
actually
here.
be assigned
How?
blame when something goes
This
wrong
threw our armor.
because it's just a
System's
failure of an
failing.
apparatus
We're
that is too
crippled.
large to
Ready
deconstruct.
to go against
And
the
it is
odds.
designed that
Times
way
of
on
war
purpose.
are upon us. We're as good as dead.
somebody else. They would have created an enemy out of thin air, or they went to appeal to empathy for
Times
jobs.
of war
And now
are
we
upon
need to
us.
be careful.
It's like,
how
here's a
we-
really good personal example. Have you guys ever had a problem with somebody, and whether it's a girlfriend, maybe a toxic relationship, something like that, and they say, oh, well, we both made mistakes? It's like, bitch, you made 98% of the mistakes, and I got mad at you for it.
Customizing attack plan.
That's basically
Where
what they
is
try
good
to
is
do.
dead.
But
I
in a
hope we
corporate
picked
level
the right
with
loadout.
150 people.
Commerce upgrade complete.
How much we enjoy these
Time to
indie
beat
games
it?
because it could hurt AAA. You need to put down that Expedition 33.
I don't know
Poke
about
somebody's
this.
eye out with that thing.
What?
But before that, a word from today's sponsor.
you
If
scared
game
me.
publishers are willing to
Shields
charge
are down.
$80 for digital
I won't
games that
let
you don't
fire
actually
here.
own, track your behavior,
Where is
and
good is
block
dead.
content behind online-only
Keep your heads
DRM,
down.
what do you
We're in
think they are
dangerous
doing with your data?
territory.
Yeah,
An allied
that's why
capital
I
ship
use
has been
NordVPN,
destroyed.
and you
I
probably
don't
should
know
too.
about this.
NordVPN encrypts
If
your
it's the
internet
last
traffic, blocks
stand,
trackers and malicious
let's make
websites
it
with
a
its
good
Threat
one.
Protection
We can
Pro, and it
still
helps
outrun
you
them.
stay private
Shields
no matter
down.
where you
Repeat.
are or what you're
Shields
doing on.
down.
I don't trust these
Armor
internet companies.
down.
I only
We're in
trust
serious
big tobacco
trouble.
and big oil.
Shields are down. I
They've
won't
never
last
steered me
longer
wrong.
here.
What? It's fast, reliable, and doesn't log
you
any of
scared
your
me.
activity,
Item
which
complete,
is more than I
Commander.
can say for a lot of other companies on the internet these
crippled
days.
us.
It also
An
lets you
allied
access
capital
regional
ship has
content
been
from anywhere in the
destroyed.
world, whether
Big
that's
Pharma to
a
beat it?
documentary that's only
Farmer
available
down.
overseas, a
We're
site that's
taking
blocked on your
direct hits
network, or
now.
you're just trying to avoid
Times
price
of
discrimination.
war are upon us.
NordVPN gives you
Lockheed
the
Martin.
freedom to
I
browse
don't know
without
about
borders or
this.
restrictions.
Shields
Whether you're
are
sick of
down.
targeted
I
ads,
won't
censorship,
last
or you just want to
longer
take back control of
An
your digital
allied
life,
capital ship has
NordVPN
been
gives you the
destroyed.
tools to do it.
You got
Go
the
to
full weight of a starbase at your
nordvpn.com/ldrops
disposal.
or click the link in the
Can I
description
do
or pin
out?
comment below to get
Aye.
the
He's
major
got to
discount.
change this to W
They
drops.
crippled us. Ready to
You
pack a
have to change
punch.
it to W drops.
Shields
Like,
are
come on.
down. I won't last
Discount on
longer
a 2-year
here.
plan plus
Armor
4
down.
extra months
We're
for
in
free.
serious trouble.
And if you find out that
An
it's not for
allied
you,
capital
well,
ship
there's
has
a
been
30-day
destroyed.
money-back guarantee.
How in the...
Thank you to
They
NordVPN
crippled
for
us.
sponsoring today's video.
Shields are down.
Indie games
I
haven't
won't
just found
last
success in
longer
recent
here.
years, they have
Armor
dominated,
down.
not just as
We're in
underdogs, but as some of the most
trouble.
beloved and
Where
talked
is
about
good
titles
is
in
dead.
the industry. And indie has become a bit of a spectrum. On one end,
Where
you have
is good
studios
is
like
dead.
Larian with Baldur's
We've
Gate
lost
3,
contact
or
with one of our
Sandfall
planets.
Interactive with Expedition
Item
33,
complete,
well-funded,
Commander.
still
Your
operating.
Indie
orders.
games are just simply
An
games
allied
that don't
colony
have a
has been
publisher.
lost.
That's it.
How in the... They crippled us.
outside of the
Armor
grip of
down.
traditional
That's the
publishers.
definition.
On the other end, you have solo developers like Tyler with
crippled
Schedule
us.
One or Local
Where
Funk, the
is
creator of
good is
Balatro.
dead.
Completely
An
different
allied
scales, but the
capital
same
ship has
result.
been
Self-run,
destroyed.
self-funded, and
You
most
don't have to
importantly,
tell us
unrestricted by
twice.
AAA.
Times
As
of
tools
war
become
It's so
are upon
funny
us.
for me to watch people play this game the way it's supposed to be played. God.
An allied capital
embarrassing.
ship has been
more
destroyed.
accessible, and these games keep hitting both critically and commercially, more creators are jumping in. Some are seasoned veterans that are finally breaking free to go make something they actually want to. Others
Times
are
of
just complete
war are
newcomers.
upon
But the
us.
point is, they're doing it, and they're doing it on their
Times
own.
of
And that's
war
where
are
the friction
upon us.
starts. Because every new success story from the indie world exposes just how bloated and inefficient the traditional studio system has become. And for some people, that's a threat, especially if you're
This is inside of all corporations. I think that this is a problem of corporate bloat that's happened
One
inside
of
of
our
all
enemies
tech
has
companies.
finished a Titan.
And this is
Item
why,
complete,
like,
Commander.
I think that
An ally has lost
there's
a
a
starbase.
form of organizational and managerial entropy that happens inside of these companies, where
That's the
more
guarantee.
management
Times
begets more
of
management,
war are
and
upon
before
us.
you know it, all
The
you get is
item
management,
ready.
and that's the problem.
Heavy battle cruiser
Middle
online.
management, yeah, exactly.
Weapon modules
job
awaiting
exists
selection.
within a 500-person pipeline.
Yeah,
These
like
all-
look at Twitter before Elon, look at Meta, look at all these companies, and think about how many people that they let go, and think about the
Times of
fact that the
war
product
are
did not
upon
change.
us.
That should say a lot.
all-purpose developers are doing to AAA what YouTubers did to network television,
That's
what
right.
streamers did to cable news. They are
Oh.
proving that you don't need 10 departments and 1,000 employees to make something that people actually care about. And just like how content creators are often branded as unprofessional by legacy media, indie developers are now getting the same treatment from the AAA establishment.
An allied capital ship has been
Unprofessional
destroyed.
means unwilling to work
Aye.
within the imagined confines that have been invented.
You got the
for
full
you.
weight of a
Oh,
starbase
you're
at
being
your disposal.
unprofessional. How is
Modular
that?
components
Well, you're not
reconfigured.
playing by our rules. Yeah, that's because your
Our
rules are
cannon
bullshit.
is itching for a target.
It's pretty simple.
Bryant Francis of GameDeveloper.com titled "The Deprofessionalization of Video Games" was on full display at PAX East.
Look
PAX
at that, bro. Look at that, bro. Oh God, yep. I Yeah, that's exactly the kind of guy that Yeah, it's either that or a boomer.
East felt like a warning. Explosively successful games by solo devs and small teams are great, but it could lead to the death of vital specialists. He writes, at DICE and GDC this year, I heard talk of a trend in game development that sent a chill down my spine. Deprofessionalization, as A16Z marketing partner Ryan K. Rigney defines it,
An allied capital ship has been destroyed.
A16Z is it's like a sub-fund for Andreessen. Mark Andreessen runs the most successful venture capitalist firm in the entire world. But this random idiot video game journalist is being scared by this. And also, by the way, I've interacted with people that work at this company. They're smart. They know what they're doing.
An allied capital ship has been destroyed.
Is a phenomenon driven by the overperformance of older
They're
titles.
getting paid a lot more than humans too. I guarantee fucking see.
So be it.
Particularly
There's a
free-to-play
reason for
live
that.
service
You
games,
don't have to
large
tell us
studios
twice.
struggling to drive sales, and
We'll
the
see
outsized
it
success
done.
of some solo developers and small teams. These three forces, he
I am
argues, will
complete,
combine
Commander.
to drive career
20 subs.
professionals
Thank you,
from
man.
the traditional professionalized side of the games industry.
Drive career professionals
You've
from
made a
traditional
wise
professional sides of
acquisition.
games. Yeah, that's the goal.
An
Because they're
allied
worthless
capital
and they
ship
add
has
no
been
value.
destroyed. An allied capital ship has been destroyed.
Yeah, that's the point. Duh.
An allied capital
now
ship
you
has
get
been
it.
destroyed.
These
An
people will
allied
decide to
colony
go
has
indie,
been
he
lost.
continues. Others will leave gaming altogether, and in between, there is a vast spectrum of irregular working arrangements available. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. The idea that indie success is driving career professionals out of the industry is such a warped.
It is. It is, because why is it that you need all these people?
An allied capital
It's
ship
like
has been
Iron Man
destroyed.
1. Tony Stark built this in the
Let
fucking
this be a
basement,
lesson.
and you can't
Next
build this
time,
with a
pay
lab.
up.
What the fuck do I need you for? And I'm gonna be honest, he wasn't really wrong.
An allied
That's a great
capital
point.
ship has been
Folding door,
destroyed.
holy shit, thank you for the subs. And Luke, the pizza guy, Jesus, you guys are gifting subs like crazy. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it, guys.
Item
Take that
complete,
it's
Commander.
almost impressive.
I'm
Let's
serious.
just ignore the last
box of
5
scraps,
years
yes.
of layoffs, project cancellations,
An
and
allied
ruthless studio
capital ship has been
consolidation, and
destroyed.
instead blame the one guy who made a viral hit in his bedroom.
Yeah.
That's the villain now. Major studios have been
allied
pushing these
capital
people out
ship has
long
been
before indie would
destroyed.
even come into this conversation. Specialized talent wasn't being nurtured, it was being discarded. Projects were getting rebooted mid-development. QA is being outsourced, and artists are being chewed up and spat out like
An
they were nothing
allied
more than
capital ship has
replaceable
been
assets.
destroyed.
Indie
Well, they
success
are.
didn't
Ready to
create this
pack a
brain
punch.
drain. It
That's the
gave
problem with the
people a
companies.
reason to leave willingly or a place to go if they didn't.
So be
So if
it.
those same professionals now look at indie devs and think, yeah, I'd rather take the risk and make something real, that's not deprofessionalization, that is liberation. And
That's
honestly,
reprofessionalization, because their job is to make video games, not exist inside of a bureaucratic Karenocracy that's been created in order to make sure that people get payroll for doing something that creates no value.
An allied capital ship has been
that's a
destroyed.
good thing,
That's the
and this
reason.
industry
Your
needs more of
orders.
it. Because the
Item
reality
complete,
is the parts of
Commander.
this industry that this
We'll
article
see
feels are
it
being
done.
threatened, the corporate
Aye.
monoliths like Activision, EA, Ubisoft, Epic, are the same companies that are
Ready to
responsible
pack
for
a
most of
punch.
what's broken right now. Bloated budgets,
Yep.
monetization first design, copycat games that are designed to mimic Fortnite or Call of Duty. If those studios are shedding talent, maybe that's because they've become the worst place to put it. And if those
An
same
allied
professionals that are
capital
being
ship
kicked
has
out of
been
the industry
destroyed.
go on to build the
Our
next Larian, the
cannon
next
is itching
Supergiant,
for
or the
a
next
target.
Sandfall Entertainment,
So be
that's
it.
not a loss.
You got
That's
the
the start
full
of
weight
something
of a
better.
star base
The writer
at your
goes on to say,
disposal.
wandering through these
Ready
booths, I
to
found a mix
pack
of
a
truly
punch.
excellent and inspiring
You don't
games,
have to
but
tell us
also found
twice.
myself bubbling
An
with
allied capital
frustration.
ship has been
Few
destroyed.
developers on display were working with teams larger than 3 people. They talked about publishers.
And this was frustrating to you? Why was this frustrating? We have ourselves a bureaucracy enjoyer.
Our
What the fuck
cannon
is this problem?
itching for a target. One of our enemies has
A
finished
lot
a
of
Titan.
people fall victim to the idea that
Ready
the
to
way
pack
things
a
are.
punch. An allied capital ship has been destroyed. You got the full
Let me see
weight
if I
of a
can find
star
it.
base at your
Throughout
disposal.
the years in business,
So be it. Can I do
found
out?
something, which
You
was
got
I
the
always
full weight
ask
of a
why
star
you do
base
things.
at your disposal.
And the
Champion
answers
idea.
you invariably get
Ready
are,
to
oh, that's
pack a
just the way it's
punch.
done.
Our cannon
Nobody
is
knows
itching for
why
a
they do
target.
what they do.
Can I do
Nobody
out?
thinks about
Your
things very
orders.
deeply in business. That's what I
Aye.
found. I'll give you an
Our
example.
allies' Titan has been destroyed in battle.
When we were building our Apple Ones in the garage, we knew exactly what they cost.
Ready to pack a punch.
When we got
Aye.
into a factory in the Apple
I'll
II
see
days,
to it personally. Ready to pack
the
a
accounting
punch.
had this notion of a standard cost.
Right,
where
what's that?
You'd kind of set a standard cost, and then at the end of a quarter, you'd adjust it with a variance.
It sounds like a job for somebody else.
And I kept asking, well, why do we do this? And the answer was, well, that's just the way it's done. And after
Item
about
complete,
6 months of
Commander.
digging into this, what I realized was the reason you do it is because you don't really have good enough controls to know how much it costs. So you guess, and then you fix your guess at the end
You've
of the
got
quarter.
the full weight
And the
of a
reason you don't know how much it
starbase at your
costs is because your
disposal.
information systems aren't
Arguing
good
it
enough.
at your service.
So, but nobody said it that way. And so later on, when we designed this automated factory for Macintosh, we were able to get rid of a lot of these antiquated concepts and know exactly what something cost to the second. So in business, a lot of things
Our
are, I
cannon
call
is
it
itching
folklore.
for a target.
Done
You
because
don't
they
have
were
to
done
tell us
yesterday
twice.
and the day before. And so what that means is if you're willing to sort of ask a lot of questions
We'll
and think
see
about
it
things and work
done.
really hard, you can learn business pretty fast. It's not the hardest thing in the world.
I guess you just can't say the same thing for journalism, though, right? I just want you guys to hear it from the guy himself. Okay? Apple's literally overpriced.
That's
Well,
the guarantee.
Steve Jobs been out of the picture for a while. The last transcendent product that Apple made was oversaw
Item
by Steve
complete,
Jobs with the
Commander.
iPhone.
Wanting ever more expensive offerings as a part of their pitch deck, short-term contractors seem to be the best way to plug
You think about it. Every single one of us has equivalent to what an iPhone 1 was in our pocket probably right now, except for 3 or 4 of you. Apparently, people are replacing humans with AI a little bit too early.
The fast food chain Taco Bell introduced artificial intelligence at over 500 locations in the United States.
I fucking knew it. I knew it. Because they started getting my order right for the first time in 30 years. I'm like, how are they getting it right now, but they haven't been getting it right for 30 years? No, now I knew they were doing this.
Aim was to reduce mistakes and speed up orders.
They did.
But in some cases, AI delivered just the opposite. Like this frustrated customer.
And what will you drink with that? I want a large Mountain Dew.
And your drink?
McDonald's drive-thrus.
Nope. I'm not going to do that because I'm telling you, people do that too.
Item is complete
So I think
and
that at every
online.
fast food restaurant, they have a competition. Who can speak the worst English? And the person that wins that competition gets to take orders from the drive-thru. So really, when I see this, it's not a surprise at all.
Also tried AI, but decided to scrap it because it was too unreliable. One person had bacon added to their ice cream in error, and another
No, that's just a
ally has
fat person
completed
saying it was
construction
a
of a
mistake.
Titan.
They probably did that on purpose.
hundreds of dollars worth of chicken nuggets mistakenly added to their order.
Another fatty.
As for Taco Bell, the fiasco has caused them to rethink their use of AI.
Yeah.
Their chief technology officer, Dane Matthews, told the Wall Street Journal in regards to deploying the voice AI system, quote, "Sometimes it lets me down, but sometimes it really surprises me," end quote. And
That's
what
what people do.
he said is the very crux of consumer generative AI today. It works most of the time, but about a few percent of the time, it just gets things wrong.
Yeah.
But where does this all lead?
Commander.
A recent MIT report found that after surveying 150 business leaders and 350 employees, just 5% of integrated AI pilots are extracting millions in value, while the vast majority remain stuck with no measurable profit and loss impact. In other words,
It's probably true.
AI
You don't have to
implementation
tell us
fails in
twice.
95% of the cases.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
the market
surprised.
was spooked by these findings, and shares in Nvidia, the $4 trillion company whose chips power the AI
Ready
boom, dropped
for
by
battle.
3.5%,
Another
while
faction has claimed the
Palantir
metal
fell by
market.
9% off the back of the new
Damn, bro.
news. It all
An
sounds
Allied
pretty heavy,
capital ship has
but
been
this was
destroyed.
just a reaction to the headline,
Self-destruct
because as you
initiated.
dig
We have
deeper
no
into what
need
was
for this
actually
any
said in the
longer.
report, the picture isn't as clear-cut,
An
as
Allied
AI is
capital
simply
ship has
failing
been
everywhere.
destroyed.
Yeah, obviously.
A few
Ready to
episodes ago,
pack a punch.
I talked about the current
We're
crisis
going
with
down,
new graduate
Commander.
jobs. A large part of that was the AI threat.
Imagine going to school for 4 or 6 years, and then by the time, whenever you start school, you're gonna get a job, and by the time that you finish your degree, your job's been replaced by a robot. That would suck.
It's true, and happening
Yeah,
in
that would
some
really
entry-level
suck.
jobs, especially in the creative fields.
I'd be
I
pissed.
did caveat in that episode that current AI systems
fleet
still
has
get a
arrived
lot
at the
wrong,
phase jump
but will
inhibitor
improve in
and
the
is now
future.
trapped.
But today,
Our
let's
fleet is
explore
under
that fact a
attack.
bit more deeply. What if generative consumer AI continues to underperform in businesses for years to come? In this episode, we'll look at how AI is actually performing once put into the position of taking people's jobs.
Feeling
To summarize the sentiment of this
Metal like a
episode,
rock.
it's
I
basically
think that
we gotta
AI
try.
will never completely replace a lot of jobs, but it will make one person able to do 5 jobs. I think it will act mainly as a force multiplier, and then expecting it to completely replace people altogether, I think is, you're just jumping the gun way too much. And I think that's really where AI is going to come in clutch. AI is an extension rather than a replacer. Exactly. Now, does it replace people like by abstraction? Because obviously, if you have one person doing 5 people's jobs, well, you don't need the other 4 people, right? Yes. But it's in the matter of the way that you frame it.
What now?
this.
An
Consumer
Allied capital
generative
ship has
AI
been
will
destroyed.
revolutionize global productivity
complete,
eventually,
Commander.
but as for now, it's
down.
possibly in a bubble.
I don't know about that.
What? Oh, you scared me.
We'll see.
No armor.
So first thing, let's lay it out straight. AI has some legitimate use
Times of
cases and
war
works
are
well
upon
in
us.
non-critical areas that don't require 100% precision. Robots, live translation, and even some prototype website builders like Lovable are some examples. But the sentiment is clear. Most people online find it annoying. But that aside, there's a fun...
I think that there is a massive internet circle jerk of people that negatively talk about AI, and I think it's become kind of like that give me likes for saying that AI is bad type thing. I think a lot of AI hate is kind of like, I think it's very forced, and it's kind of like appealing to this group of people that I feel like are delusional. Like, a lot of the people that are talking about AI being bad are, they're like content creators or artists or stuff like that. And I can get why people would complain about it, but you can't deny that this is going to have a very, very large effect on, just business in general. Reddit hates AI? Yeah, a lot of platforms hate AI. The reason why people hate AI, I think one of the big reasons, is because it stands to take their jobs away. That's the reason why. I think that's the main thing.
fundamental problem with current generative AI. Let me explain. You see, everything we call artificial intelligence today was built on the findings of a 2017 paper from Google. That paper provided a way for AI to focus on different parts of an input sequence simultaneously and determine the relevance of each word to every other word. This innovation, called a transformer neural network, allowed researchers, computer scientists, and later companies to change the world.